We're not gonna be no whining bitch ass.
State tag. That your clan? You going to KKK?
I fucking dick shot at him. Oh my god.
Who?
Yaz here, and this is my gripe about the Xbox One so far. I just got my console 2 months ago. January, February, March, April. Didn't get it back when it came out and launched in November. I wanted to wait because there wasn't a lot of games out for it. I'm not going to get a new console just because everybody else is, just so I can play Battlefield 4, which doesn't really look that much better. The grass looks like a putting surface at a golf course. It really does. So I waited. I was like, okay, more games coming out. Watch Dogs is coming out. That's going to be fun. So I waited. But it was a letdown. I got Forza, which came with the console as a digital download, and Dead Rising 3. I've always loved zombie games. Actually, I fucking love zombie games. And so I was like, this is a must. Played Dead Rising first. Felt exactly like Dead Rising 2 and Dead Rising 1. Now, it was fun to stand on top of a car and look out and see all the thousands and thousands of zombies as far as the eye can see. But I just wasn't impressed, and I actually only played about 4 hours of it and then returned the fucking game to GameStop. It's called the GameStop Rental Service. So yeah, I mean, at Dead Rising, I wanted that game. I was expecting there to be games already on Xbox One that were like, holy shit, this is amazing. So I took Dead Rising 3 back. It just felt like the same old game, just newer console. I mean, it was fun smashing zombies on a motorcycle with a steamroller attached to the front of it, but that only lasted so long, and then it turned into the old Dead Rising. Then, I got Watch Dogs. Let me tell you, I've been waiting for Watch Dogs for a very long time. 2.5, 3 years. Bossy and I did a video on it. Fucking pumped up. And it was a letdown. I was so let down. So let down. The graphics were pretty. I mean, it's not what they showed at E3 2 years ago. Not at all. But the graphics were still pretty. The storyline. Aiden Pierce is such a dry character. So dry. I didn't care about him at all whatsoever. There's a scene at the beginning where he's with his sister and his nephew. And he's having this conversation. He's wearing this, this outfit is so douchebag. And he's trying to have this, he's got leather gloves on with the fingers cut out. And he's trying to have this serious conversation. And I'm just looking at his outfit like, what the fuck were they thinking? How can you have a serious conversation and be like a 40-year-old adult like he is, or a 35 or 30-year-old adult, and be wearing this shit? And the character's just so dry and just so, you don't get involved, you don't feel for him. And thus, that takes away from the storyline. The storyline was shit. I didn't even beat all of it. I got about 50% of the way through. Took the game back again because I was so fucking mad. The world that Watch Dogs takes place in, their version of Chicago, it was pretty, and it was fun with the cops chasing you and the helicopters and these gadgets where you can zap the helicopter and make it stop and crash it. And I'd get my grenade launcher out and shoot the fucking helicopter, just crash to the ground. The conversations with people in the streets, you can listen to telephone calls, stuff like that. That was cool. A lot of effort put into it as far as that goes, but that only takes you so far in a game. You have to have the storyline. When it's a single-player game, you have to have the storyline. And the storyline fucking sucked. The multiplayer was alright, but again, that was fun for 6 or 7 hours. I was the biggest Watch Dogs fan, having never played the game, obviously, but I literally basically went out and bought an Xbox One console for the fucking game. Now, the next game I got was EA UFC. I'm a huge UFC fan. I'm a huge sports fan. Baseball, basketball, soccer, football, college, MMA. I watched Dream. Dream's not around anymore. Strikeforce, WEC, Invicta, 1FC. Go on and on. It's on TV, or it's on the internet. I'm fucking watching it. So I was pumped up about this game. Now, the developers who made the last 2 UFC Undisputed games, the last one where they put Pride in with the UFC, that was great. The career modes were great. Loved it. So I was super, super fucking jacked up about the EA UFC game. Because EA does a good job. I love the career mode in NBA 2K14. Played hours upon hours upon hours of that with my dude. So I was expecting the same thing with EA UFC. That didn't deliver also. Did not. It just didn't. It did not deliver. The creative character sucked. It did. You could choose between 20 mouth guards and a couple different types of pants or shorts. And now, there was just a lack of me caring about my character. There wasn't stuff to do in between. I couldn't go to different camps and train. There was nothing in between fights. I go from one fight to the other, get skill points. I didn't even do the training after my 10th fight. I stopped doing the training in between because the training was just repetitive. It was the same shit. Sometimes Ronda Rousey or BJ Penn would come in and help you train. But it was the same shit and it got boring. So go to fight, win, fight, win, fight, win. Ended up losing, I think, to John Jones. No, Chael Sonnen. I lost to Chael Sonnen. His ground game was basically impossible. But that was my character's fault for not having good ground game. But the game was just... It sucked. It was beautiful. That's what next gen needs to look like. It was beautiful. But the career mode, which is why I bought the game, sucked. It was fight after fight after fight after fight with nothing in between. I thought I was going to have press conferences. I thought I was going to have an intro every time I walked out. I thought, well, at least when I made it to the main card, I thought there was going to be an intro. I thought I was going to be able to start like beefs with other fighters, have rivals, stuff like that, friends, go to a camp and learn a new move. But I couldn't do any of that. You fight, you allocate your points for your skill set. You learn a new move via just clicking on it and saying, hey, I want to spend 100 points on this. That's it. You don't actually go to a camp and learn a new move like UFC Undisputed 2012, I think it was. No. You just click, got a new move now. I mean, you can't even practice in your career. You can't say, hey, I want to go sparring for a little bit. You can't. It just made me mad. The game's sitting downstairs on my Xbox right now. I've not played it in a week and a half because it's just boring now. Forza was great. Forza is great. I will give them that. That's a great launch title. Beautiful. Love playing multiplayer with it. So many fucking cars you can use. Upgrade your car, downgrade your car, different classes. I got to use my old BMW, my 88. He's in there. Well, I think it's a 92. Looks just like my old BMW. Great. Forza is great. I'll give him that. Forza is a great fucking game. But that's it. I didn't play Rise, Son of Rome because I didn't hear anything really good about it. I didn't want to spend $60 on that. Of course, I could have rented it from GameStop, got a used copy and taken it back, but I didn't. There's a couple good games coming out in the fall. One I am very much looking forward to, Tom Clancy The Division. And the new trailer for that looks great. Of course, all the trailers for Watch Dogs look great, and in my opinion, Watch Dogs sucks. Doesn't suck, didn't live up to the hype. It's just an average game, not what I expected. But Tom Clancy The Division looks great, and I am praying that it is. The Witcher 3 coming out next spring. That looks great also. Fucking fingers crossed, dicks crossed for that. But I'm just disappointed. My Xbox is sitting down there. I play Battlefield on it. Battlefield 4 on it sometimes with some buddies, but that's about it. I'm playing PC games right now. I'm playing DayZ, playing Spin Tires, playing this new game called The Golf Club. All on PC. I just thought when I was going to get my Xbox that I was going to be on it a lot. And I'm a gamer, and I'm not on it a lot. Yeah, the games just suck right now. They really do. And you say, well, there can't be that many games with a new console. That's true, but I thought the quality would be better at this point. But it's not. Even when they halted Watch Dogs for an extra 9 months, I thought it was going to be great, and it wasn't. That's my gripe for the week. For Comically Lame, this is Yaz. See ya.